All right, so good morning, everyone. This is Brian, and this will be the very first episode of my podcast entitled Inspiring Educators. So, I have here two wonderful guests. I have here Emperatriz and Hilda, and both of them are wonderful educators. So, I'll start off with Emperatriz. Good morning, Emperatriz. Tell us something about yourself, please.
Hello, thank you for the invitation. I'm teaching right now a very nice group of students. I'm teaching in elementary school and also I'm teaching secondary school.
Wow, that's wonderful. Now, Emperatriz, let me also have a follow-up question. So, why did you choose the path of educator? What made you decide to be a teacher?
Well, when I was a teenager, I had a very, very good teacher, an English teacher. And I was inspired by him because I felt that he was always trying to give more than he was requested to us. And he was concerned about our education. And I started thinking that the only thing I can do for the future of my country is to help my students with education.
Wow, that's very, I was moved by that very simple education. You've been inspired by an educator, and right now you're doing it. Now, for the third question, Emperatriz, how do you inspire the learners in your country?
Well, I always try to be for them more than a teacher, a friend. I try to show them that teaching for me is something that is part of my life. It's not only my job. It's a big part of my life. It's what I love. And then, as I love teaching, I want my students to have all the knowledge I can give them. And I show them that I'm worried and I am concerned about about their future. And I show them what will happen if you study and what will happen if you don't study. And I make sure that they know that I'm there, not only for the classes, but after classes, if they need someone to listen to them, because sometimes they have problems and they don't know where to go. And I'm always able to listen to them, to help them. If they need something and I can help, I do it.
Wow, thank you so much. Really, it was really a good start for my first episode. Now, thank you again, Emperatriz, for that wonderful answers. Now, let's go with Miss Hilda. Hi, Miss Hilda. Good morning. Tell us something about yourself, please.
Hello, good morning. I'm Hilda from Philippines. Excuse me. Right now, I am handling junior high school. Before, I also handled elementary or grade 1 and grade 2. And then, what else? I'm handling English subject.
Wow, that's
And
wonderful.
regarding your question, should I answer it?
Yes, please proceed, ma'am. The next questions would be, what made you decide to be an educator? And then, how do you inspire your learners? Please go ahead, Miss Hilda.
All right, so regarding my path as an educator, at first it's not my decision. I really don't want to be a teacher before because the way I see my teachers, they are like having a lot of burden when it comes to teaching. I don't know because I've seen terror teachers. That's why I don't want to be a teacher as well. And then I don't want to have that kind of burden that they are having. So, but in the end, I become a teacher because of my mom who pushes me to be a teacher. And then later on, I fell in love with teaching because as I have seen the problems of our society. I have seen the students. I don't know, I was touched by the situation of the students. And then that's the time I fell in love with teaching. I
Hi everyone. Do you have
thought
questions?
that it is necessary concern from, yeah.
By the way, Miss Hilda, let's welcome one of our guests, Sir Josh Gaston. Hi, sir. We're doing our podcast regarding inspiring educators, and I'm having a great time with my two wonderful guests here, Miss Hilda and Miss Emperatriz.
Well, great. That's great to hear. Well, I'm just here in case you have any questions, if you're not sure about what you're supposed to do, or if you're having technical issues, I can answer any questions.
Oh, thank you so much for the assistance, Sir Josh. But we're really having a good time right now. We're really excited and we're really thankful for this opportunity because I was able to practice. I believe this would be a third episode of my previous podcast, but since I'm using a new application, this will be the very first. So thank you for this wonderful opportunity, sir.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it. Well,
Thank you.
if you don't have any questions, I'll leave and I'll join another breakout.
See you in a little bit, sir.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, goodbye.
Thank you.
All right. Ms. Hilda, as you were saying a while ago that you've been touched by your mom, that's why you pursued, and then for your path, because what you see in the society, to be exact here in our country, please continue, ma'am.
Okay. So, as I've seen the situation, I fell in love with teaching. I felt that there is a need for the students to be empowered. And then I felt that little by little, I am liking what I'm doing. I am actually being passionate with it. And it made me feel relaxed when I'm teaching because before, when I'm not yet in love into teaching, I feel like I'm a monster inside the classroom. I don't know how my students see me, but that's what I felt when I'm inside because I feel like I'm a terror teacher before. So when I changed and when I fell in love into teaching, I noticed that my students used to call me Inay, or that is mother in Tagalog. Inay, mommy, momshi. So meaning in that particular sense, I have touched their lives and they think that I'm a mother to them. And when I am inside the classroom, I don't see that they disrespect me or treat me just like someone that is close to them. But I felt the respect. And when we are outside, I felt that we are just friends. So having noticed that, I knew that I am changing and I have changed for the better. Aside from that, I think I was able to inspire them because I had students who approached me later and then told me that you are one of my inspiration. I am like this because of you. And I also have some students who return or message me in Facebook telling me, Mom, I am in the USA and I am already working thanks to you because you inspire me. So I guess that's how I inspired them because they told me that I am not actually teaching, but I'm pushing them beyond their limitations. That's what they are telling me because I have students who told me that after graduation, a year after their graduation, she greeted me and then told me that, Mom, this time I'm gonna tell you what you have done to me, and I know you will think that I am just flattering you because you are my teacher. Now I'm not your student, so I'm gonna tell it straight to you. She told me that I have inspired her and she become a better student, a better child of her parents because of me. Because when she's talking to me, she got a lot of inspiration and ideas which she uses in life. So she also told me that she became stronger and even bolder when it comes to challenges. So it's really fulfilling, and I don't know, that cannot be compensated with such amount of money. It cannot be compensated. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I guess that's it.
Wow, thank you so much, Miss Hilda. Oh, we have another guest here. Hi,
Hello,
Armin.
What's happening?
Oh, we're having a wonderful time in here.
I hope the party's not too much. Hope there's some work going on.
I'm the interviewer, actually. Me, Miss Hilda, and Miss Emperatriz. We're doing a podcast with the theme of inspiring educators. Like the first two episodes that I've had, this is somehow a continuation of it. And I'm very lucky to have two wonderful teachers here. Miss Emperatriz, who was inspired by his English teacher, and Miss Hilda, who experienced at first doubt in teaching, but later on was touched by the current situation. That's why I'm, as if I'm just doing the podcast that I'm doing via Facebook. I'm really comfortable doing this, and thanks to you and to Sir Josh that, I had this application. I don't know, maybe tomorrow or the next day I'll start interviewing more teachers, because this method of clearing our minds, preparing ourselves is really helpful for us.
I love it. Can you tell me what your questions are? Because I want to actually have you recorded today so that we can pull the link up, because you're going to be the first group that's going to finish.
So the first question is, the first question that I've asked to my two wonderful guests would be, introduce themselves. What level are they teaching? What subjects are they teaching? And then for the second question, what made them decide to be a teacher or an educator? What's the reason behind that one? And for the third question, how do they inspire their learners? So very basic questions, but after hearing their answers, it turned out to be meaningful.
I love it. I kind of want to also ask, how do you stay inspired? Because I can't inspire anyone if I'm not being inspired.
That's a wonderful question.
That's a tough question.
I mean, you see my point, right? Because otherwise,
yeah.
I can't walk inspiring everyone if no one inspired me.
Yeah, I believe so. Now, Miss Emperatriz, I know that you're still there, and I know you've heard Armin's question. So, how do you stay inspired, Miss Emperatriz?
Well, I am always inspired because I love teaching. And when I'm preparing my class, I'm always inspired because I think on the activities, and I imagine how they are going to do the activities, and I feel inspired when I'm preparing the lesson and also when I'm teaching. I am always enthusiastic, and I try to be always happy in my classroom, and that is something that I pass that to my students. And I also feel inspired when I see my students, how they are acquiring the knowledge and how they are doing the activities, how they take what I'm teaching to them and they use it. When I see that, I feel inspired.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Ms.
I love it. I think you're ready for your start your interview, huh?
If only you could see my expression right now, but since I'm doing the live, you know how passionate am I every time that the topic really hits me in the spot.
Yeah. Brian, I want you to press record on the Anchor app.
Oh,
and
yeah?
I want you to interview these two wonderful women.
Oh yes, sure. And don't
So
you
you're gonna
worry,
type first.
later on I'll be sharing this podcast. In fact, this is already 15 minutes, but wow.
Right, no, because we're gonna come back together in about 7 minutes.
Yeah.
I want you to do it right now. I'm
Yeah.
leaving your group.
Right.
In 7 minutes, you have created something, okay?
Of
and you
course.
published it.
Of course, you would be loving this one. Thank you.
Bro, take care of it. And don't do the join friend. Just press record and
Yeah.
record them talking on Zoom.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Thank you, Arvin.
All right, peace.
Yeah. Now, yeah, by the way, Emperatriz, thank you again. Armin's question was really, touching. It only shows that we really love what we're doing, right? Okay, now this is the second question. How do you stay inspired?
First, that's really a tough question. I noted my answer. So first is happiness is a choice, and we have to be inspired all day. Otherwise, it's going to be stressful, and we're going to get sick. So for me, that's the basic. Because despite whatever happening to us, we have to stay able and we have to stand on our own. So with regards to that, I have to inspire myself whether I am facing a difficult challenge in my life. I have experience facing the students when I am also in the pain of losing my husband. So in that case, the students didn't notice that I'm actually crying inside. I'm having so much pain inside, but they can still see me laughing, having fun with them. But at the end of the day, I am carrying a lot of burden inside. So that's what I really do. I try to wear a mask when I'm in front of my students because I have to be happy when I'm facing them. So I have to inspire them, and my problem shouldn't be seen in the classroom. So for me, I am inspired because there is also a need. When I look at my students, I can feel that there is a need for a teacher who should be empathetic and who should be loving, who should be understanding. So I was inspired by that situation, and also, of course, by the result. Later, previously, I have told you that I am a monster inside the classroom when I am starting to teach, when I'm a beginning teacher. But later, I have realized that the students doesn't need a strict teacher. They need a loving teacher, an understanding teacher. So I was inspired by the result because as the students appreciate me, that inspires me a lot and that keeps me moving forward and to win more hearts. And I believe that if I can touch at least 2 or at least 1 student, I am changing our society. I think that's it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I could easily relate to your sharing as well as with Miss Emperatriz sharing because I've been a student as well before and I've encountered teachers who are really passionate and teachers who are, as what we call here in our country, Emperatriz, terror teachers. They just go in the classroom, do the lessons without emotion at all. Or sometimes they always are, or I would allow to say this, they always have these negative vibes. just by entering the classroom up until the end of the classroom. I've experienced that. That's why these kind of activities that we're being part of, webinars, it really helps us to be a better person. Now, as well, to save up time before the end of the breakout session, Miss Emperatriz, Miss Hilda, any last thoughts that you would like to share when it comes to educating learners? Again, let me start with Miss Emperatriz, please. Any last ideas or thoughts that you would like to share?
Well, to finish, I would like to remind you that our attitude as teacher is going to be either what pushes the student back from the system or what helps them to be inside the classroom. When we as teachers try to show the students that education is not only an obligation, it's something necessary and it's something helpful for their future, it's something that they need and they can enjoy. Because if the students don't enjoy learning, we cannot teach them. So it is going to depend on us if the student keeps the path or they lose the path.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Ms. Emperatriz. Ms. Hilda, your turn, please. Any last ideas or thoughts for everybody?
Okay. So, for me, it's our task to help the students get what they need, the information, not only the academics, but we have to teach them as well how to handle life as in general, because students can get the information they needed when it comes to academic in many books. We have a lot of that. For as long as the students can read, they can get the information that they needed. But what they cannot get from the book is the wisdom from a teacher, the courage from a teacher, the spirit of a fighter. Because in life, we knew that there are lots of challenges. And that challenges will defeat them if we didn't give them the right information or the technique, or what do you call this, the skills to face these challenges. Because some students are really good, but they just don't know how to face other problems aside from their academic problems. I mean, I have students who are bright, but there are lots of problems inside the house, in their community that they are facing and they don't know how to handle it. But when a teacher comes in and teach them how to deal with these problems, they can move forward, and we can see that they are really doing well after that. So I believe that a teacher should not only equip with the students with academics, but we should also equip them with skills that they can use in order to face life. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for my two wonderful guests for the first episode of Inspiring Educators. So I hope that the listeners who will be listening to this podcast will be inspired with these two wonderful educators from different parts of the world. And even if we're not physically doing this, but spiritually, emotionally, mentally, we are connecting with one another. So again, thank you very much, and I hope that everyone would have a wonderful day ahead. So I'll be signing off for this moment.